Hello and welcome to another episode of CSEC Math with Sir Kumar. In today's lesson, we're going to look at construction, and we're going to be constructing the 90-degree angle, the 120-degree angle, and the 60-degree angle. After we finish constructing these angles, we're then going to use those steps, and we're going to construct a triangle with given angles at the base. But before we get into the construction, when you're writing CSEC and you have a construction question, these are the only two things you need to use: a compass and a ruler. There is no protractor included because some students tend to use a protractor and just rest it down and then just draw the angle, which would be incorrect. So I'm going to show you how to use the compass and the ruler to construct these angles. Now, when you're using a compass, you have to ensure that your compass is kind of sturdy or stiff when you open it. If it's free, then when you decide to do the construction, possibility exists that it would open a little more and then you might end up getting inaccurate construction. Now, when using the compass, you don't hold it here to draw. So if you rest it on a paper like this, you never hold it like this to draw, because sometimes when you decide to sketch an arc or scribe something, when you decide to scribe an arc, you might tend to open it a little. So what's advised is that when you finish set the measurement on your compass based on the ruler, you just hold the top here and then you rest the point flat on the paper, and then you're going to use the compass like this. Now, you have some compass with the screw in the middle that's very sturdy, like when you set it one place it won't move. Those are advisable. You could use those, but for this one, ensure that you hold it at the top and then you just rest and you scribe whatever. Remember, construction lines are light lines, so we don't want anything heavy. So when you're holding it like this and then you're going to press and so on, then it takes away from your actual drawing. So sketch with light lines, hold at the top, don't hold it like this. And ensure that your compass is a bit stiff. There are screws at the top that you could use to tighten it up. The first one we're going to look at is the 90-degree angle. Before we go to the construction, the 90-degree angle would be a vertical line and a horizontal line forming the angle here. So this is what we're looking for, something looking like this. In cases you would find the baseline would extend a little, but once you have a horizontal line and a vertical line meeting together forming the 90-degree, then that's fine. So the first thing we're going to do is to take our ruler and draw a straight line. So place that there, and then we draw our line. Now, after you finish drawing the line, just to make it a lot easier, let's name this line. So we're going to call it A, B. So your first step would be draw a straight line, AB. Now, at some point on this line, we're just going to identify a point. Let me use here, and let's call this O. All right? So you draw the line and then you identify a point on the line. Now we're going to use the compass. What you're going to do is to open the compass to a desired width, and then you're going to place the compass point at O. And when you place the compass point at O, remember, you're now holding here, right? You place the compass point at O, and then you draw a semicircle. Right? So this is touching the line AB at two places. So after you finish doing that, let me rename this. So the line is AB. So let's call this point C, and let's call this point D. You're now going to take the compass point and place it at D. Remember, you're not changing the measurement. You're using the same width as the semicircle. So you're placing the compass point at D, and you're going to scribe an arc to cut the semicircle. And then the same width again, you come here, place the compass point, and then you scribe another arc. So we have A, B, C, D. Let's call this one E, and let's call this one F. After you finish scribing the two arcs here, you're going to place your compass point at F If you want, you could open it a little more. Let me do that, open it a little more so that the intersection will be at the top. Place the compass point at F and you scribe an arc. And then you place your compass point at E and you scribe another arc, cutting the first one. Now, if you notice here, you have an intersection of the two arcs. What we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler and you're going to draw from this intersection to this center point that we placed here. So when you put the ruler from the intersection to the point and you draw the line through, then what you have here is a 90-degree angle. And at this point, I would allow you to use a protractor here after the construction. So you could take the protractor, and you could just measure to ensure that your angle is accurate. So you put the center of the protractor at the point, and then if you notice, the line that's inside, it's going straight up to 90 degrees and it's continuing up here. So once you verify that the angle is 90, then you're on the right track. And this is how you construct a 90-degree angle. First, you draw the straight line, then you place the compass point at O, semicircle, using the same measurements, don't change. Place the compass point at D, you scribe an arc. Then you place the compass point at this arc and then you scribe another arc. We name them EF. Then you could open the compass a little more, place it at F, scribe an arc up here, place it at E, scribe an arc, let they intersect, and then you draw your straight line. We're now going to look at constructing the 120-degree angle. So again, the first thing you need is your ruler and you're going to draw a straight line. So let's draw the straight line. Again, after you finish drawing the line, you name it AB, and then you identify a point on the line, and let's call it O. Now, we take our compass and we open it to a desired measurement that we want. Then we place the compass point at O. And again, we're going to draw a semicircle or scribe a semicircle. So we go from the line AB straight across. After you finish doing that, we're going to name it. So let's call this C. Let's call this C and let's call this D. Then you're going to place your compass point at D. Same measurement again, we're not changing it. Place the compass point at D, scribe an arc on the semicircle, and then you come here and you scribe another arc. Now we're going to rename them. So we have A, B, C, D. Let's call this E, and let's call this F. Now this is a straight line, and you know that the angle of a straight line or a straight angle is usually 180 degrees. And if you look at it, we've basically divided this straight into 3 parts. So our 120-degree angle would be the point at E. So from the identified point on the straight line, you're going to take your ruler and you're going to draw a line that's passing through our second scribe at E, and this line would form the angle here, which is 120 degrees. At this point, I'm going to allow you again to use your protractor just to verify that this angle is indeed 120 degrees. So you place the center of your protractor at the point, and then you're going to ensure that it's straight, And if you look here, we have the line direct at 120 degrees. Remember, you're trying to be as accurate as possible. So let's go this again. You draw the straight line AB, identify a point, name it O, open the compass to desired width. Then you're going to draw the semicircle after placing the point at O. Then you're going to come at D, place a compass point, inscribe an arc. Then come up here at F and place a compass point, inscribe another arc. And then your second arc is our 120 degree angle. You're going to take your ruler and draw from the center to pass through this point. Remember, you're only allowed to use a protractor to verify that indeed the angle is 120 degrees. So don't take the protractor and rest it here and then measure 120 and draw and think that it's going to be correct. That would be incorrect. You have to use the compass and the ruler alone to do your construction. The third one we're going to look at is the 60 degree angle. So in order to construct the 60 degree angle, the first thing we're going to do is to take our ruler and we're going to draw a straight line. So after drawing the line, we're going to name the line AB. So let's call this side A and call this side B. And again, we're going to identify a point and let's call this O. We're now going to take our compass and open it to a desired width. And we place our compass point at O. And then you scribe an arc cutting the line AB. Right, so after you scribe the arc cutting the line AB, let's call this point C. We're then going to take our compass, same measurement again, we're not closing or opening it anymore. We're going to place it at C, and then we're going to scribe an arc here to cut the one that we just did. After you finish, after this, you're going to identify the point of intersection with the two arcs, and using this point, let's call this D. So you're going to draw a line from D to O, and when you draw the line, the angle that's going to be formed there would be a 60 degree angle. So let's try to make this as accurate as possible. Good. And there you have it. The angle formed here would be a 60 degree angle. And just to verify, we're going to use a protractor. We put the center at the point O. And if you look at it, we have our line going to 60. That means our angle is 60 degrees. So again, let's go through the step quickly. You draw a line AB, identify a point and call it O. Then you're going to place a compass at the point O, open it to a desired width, and you scribe an arc cutting the line AB. You're then going to place your compass point at C, and then you just scribe an arc cutting the one that you did before, and the point of intersection is the angle. So you draw the straight line passing through the point of intersection to the point on our line AB, and then the angle formed is going to be 60 degrees. So we've constructed our three angles, and that would be the 90 degree, the 120 degree, and the 60 degree angle. Now we're going to use those angles and we're going to construct triangles. So the first example we're going to look at is construct triangle ABC with angle A and angle B equals to 60 degrees. So just a little visual of what this should look like. We're going to have a triangle A, B, C with angle A being 60 degrees and angle B being 60 degrees each. And when you have the two base angles the same, then this is what we call an isosceles triangle. So let's get into the construction. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to draw our baseline. So take the ruler and you're going to draw a straight line. This line is going to be a light line. And on this line, we're going to identify 2 points. So let's say A and another point B. Now, we're going to take the compass and we have to construct a 60-degree angle here and a 60-degree angle here. So let's do that. So you place the compass point at A, open the compass to a desired width, place the point at A, and you scribe an arc cutting this line. Then you place the point on our horizontal line and then you scribe another arc. Now that is going to be your first 60-degree angle. So it's from the point and it's going to go through the intersection there. This should be another light line. So there you have the first 60-degree angle. Now we're going to construct the second 60-degree angle, and that would be on this one side. Now in the example, you can remember that I did an exact construction looking like this, where our 60-degree is on the right hand side. Now in this one, if you notice that my 60-degree needs to be on the other side, so we could do that as well. So we place the compass point at B and we're going to scribe our arc on this one side instead. Using the same measurement, don't change. You put the compass point here and you scribe the arc cutting that one. Now what we have is our point of intersection on the left hand side, and you're going to take your ruler and you're going to connect B through the intersection, and then you're going to come to the first line that we have. And when you draw this here, there you have your triangle. So this one is 60-degree, here is also 60-degree, and up here is going to be our point C. Now remember I told you that you have to use light lines. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your pencil and then you're going to make the lines of the triangle a bit brighter. So you just make this one brighter. Same goes to this side and same goes to this side, so that the triangle would stand out from your light construction lines. And if you want to verify your angles at the bottom, you're going to use your protractor and place the point in the center. Oof. And if you look there, we have 60 degrees. And when you come on this one side, you do the same. Ensure that it's at the center. And if you look here, we also have 60 degrees. So there you have a triangle with our two base angles as being 60 degrees each. Our second example, construct triangle PQR with angle P equals 90 degrees, angle Q equals 60 degrees, PQ equals 30 cm, and they want you to state the length of PR. Now, before we go into the construction, let's just make a simple sketch of what this should look like. So we have a 90-degree angle, so it's going to be a right angle triangle. So here is 90, P, Q, and R. And the angle at Q is 60 degrees. And they give you PQ as 30 cm, and they want you to find the length of the side PR. So let's get into the construction. The first thing we have to do is to draw our base. So we're going to draw a straight line. And if you notice here, they said that PQ is 30 cm. So you could take your compass and you measure 30 cm. Well, in this case, because my space is bigger, that's why I'm using 30 cm, but I'm going to give you a question to work at the end. So let's measure off the 30 cm. So using your ruler, you place it on the baseline and you're going to measure 30 cm. So let me get this. So I've identified the 2 points, so here and here. So this is P and this is Q. At P, we have to construct a 90-degree angle. So let's start that. You open the compass to a desired width that you need based on the space you have, and you're going to draw a semicircle, and then you're going to place the compass point here, scribe an arc, then you come here and you scribe another arc. Then you're going to open it a little bit more to get some space. So you place it at the first scribe and you scribe an arc at the top, and then you come at the second one and you scribe another arc intersecting that one. Now the point here and the point at P, we're going to draw a straight line, and that would give me my 90-degree angle. So I'm going to make this as long. Remember, we're still using light lines because they're construction lines until we finish the triangle. Then we're going to deepen the lines that we need. Now at the point Q, as you can see here, we have to construct a 60-degree angle. So you open the compass to the desired width again, and this time it's on the left hand side. So you scribe an arc from there, and then you place your compass point here, and then you intersect. Now using this point and at Q, we're going to draw this side. So here you have 90 degrees, and here you have 60 degrees. Here we know as 30 cm. So what I want you to find is the length of PR. So we have PQ, and where the 2 points meet here, we're going to call this R. Now you're going to take your pencil and you're going to deepen these lines around the triangle. So the next thing you have to do is to measure the length of PR. So you place your ruler 0 at P, and when you come here, it's 45 cm for me. So the length of PR is going to be 45 cm. So CSEC would give you triangles looking like this, where they give you the length of the base and the length of the base, and ask you to state the length of one side. So it's either this side they could have asked you to state, or state the length on this one side. What you have to do is to ensure that your construction is accurate, and once the angles are accurate, then the measurement of the lines would be as accurate as possible, or close to the answer as possible. So we've said that we're going to use these angles to construct triangles, but let's look at some other example. Let's say we have to construct the square ABCD with AB equals to 30 cm. Before we go into the construction, let's just sketch what this should look like. So the square is a four-sided figure, as you could remember from the previous lessons. So let's name it A, B, C, D. And they give you that AB is equals to 30 cm. Now the property of square is that all four sides are equal. So if this is 30, then here is also 30, here is 30, and here is 30. So what we have to do is we have to construct two right angles, one at A and one at B. So let's get into the construction. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a straight line. And after you finish drawing that line, we're going to mark off our 30 cm. So you take your ruler and you measure off, and then you mark 30 cm. All right, so there I have it, my 2 points, one here and one here. So this is A and this is B. So now at A, I have to construct a 90-degree angle, and at B, I have to construct another 90-degree angle. So let's start the construction. You place the compass point at A, and you go around with the semicircle. Place the compass point here, and you scribe an arc. Come up and you scribe another arc. You could open it a little bit more. You place it at the first scribe, and you scribe an arc on top, And you repeat the same step over here. Oh, sorry. So let me take this. So when your compass is not tight or you hold the compass to the side, you might end up with something like this. So we're trying to avoid all of these when doing construction. So there you have your first 90 degree. So you're going to draw a straight line passing through the intersection there. There you go. Now we have to repeat these steps at the point B. So let's construct another right angle on this one side. So you put the compass point at B and you draw your semicircle. Then you place it here, you scribe an arc, and then you place here and you scribe another arc. You could open it a little bit more. Come at the first arc and then you scribe on top, and then you repeat the process on this one side. You scribe intersecting your first arc, and then from the intersection to the point B, we're going to draw the next line. Now this is 90 and this is 90, and here is 30 cm. We also have to get 30 on this one side and 30 on this one side. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure 30 cm and you mark it off, and then you do the same on this one side, 30 cm, and then you mark it off, and now you connect straight across. And this side becomes C and here becomes D. And there you have constructed a square with each side being 30 centimeters. So you construct your 290 degrees angle at the bottom and then you go up. Well, for me, I would be measuring because when you're doing the construction, in this case, what you have to do is you have to take the point of your compass. Let me see if I can get the point here. You have to take the point of your compass, it can't go in back, and you place the point at 0, and then you're going to open your compass to the desired length of this one side, which would have been 30. So in this case, after you finish using the ruler and you open the compass to 30, what you would have done is you're going to place the point here and just scribe an arc to be 30 cm. So instead of marking it off like I did, you just scribe an arc, right? And you do the same on this one. So because you want them to see that you've actually did the construction. Same, you come here and you scribe another arc and then you just join across instead of just using the ruler. I use the ruler because my compass don't have a point, but for you, place the point at 0, open so that your pencil is at the length of the side that you want, place it here and you just scribe an arc and then you just connect across. The fourth example we're going to look at is construct the parallelogram PQRS with angle P equals 60 degrees, angle Q equals 120 degrees, PQ equals 30 cm, and QR equals 20 cm. So before we start constructing, let's just make a sketch of this. So our parallelogram is like a little twisted rectangle. So it should look something similar to this. So you have P, Q, R, S. So they say angle P is 60 degrees. So here is going to be 60 degrees. Angle Q is 120 degrees. So here should be 120 degrees. PQ is 30 cm and QR is 20 cm. So let's start constructing. The first thing you have to do is to draw a straight line. So we're going to draw a straight line, and they said that PQ is 30 cm. So using your compass, you're going to put the point at 0, you're going to measure off 30, and then you're going to use that and scribe your arcs on this line to get the 30 cm. But since I can't place a compass point on my ruler, I'm just going to measure it, right? So it's at So it's from 0 to 30. So here is P and here is Q. So at P, we have to construct a 60-degree angle. So you open the compass to your desired width and let's start. So if you notice now, my 60 degree is going to be on the right hand side. So we place the compass point at P and we scribe an arc, and using the same measurements, I'm going to come here and scribe. So there you have the 60-degree angle. So let me just draw this through. So from P, you're going through the intersection there, and we're going to draw a straight line. Now at Q, I have to construct a 120-degree angle. So I put the compass point at Q and I draw the semicircle. Then you remember the angle would be on that one side. So we start here, put the first scribe, and then you come up and you put the second one. So your 120-degree angle is going to be from the point Q passing through the intersection there. So let me try and get that. So it's going through Q and through the intersection there. So there you have it. But now they're saying that the length of this one side is 20 cm. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your ruler and your compass, place your compass point at 0, and then you open to 20. And then you come here, scribe an arc, and then you come here and you scribe an arc. And to get the 20 cm, or to get the upper part of your parallelogram, you have to connect the intersections here. Let me come from the top. And you draw a straight line, and that is going to enclose the shape. So this is R, this is S, here is 30 cm, and here is 20 cm. And this is how you construct a parallelogram with a 60-degree angle at one base and 120-degree at the other end. In today's lesson, we looked at constructing angles, and we looked at the 90-degree, the 120-degree, and the 60-degree angle. Remember, when you're using your compass for construction, you don't hold the arms, you use the top. You rest the point on your page and you scribe lightly. Remember, construction lines are light lines. If you have to construct a triangle or another shape, then you usually brighten those lines so that the examiner could see the shape that you had to construct. Remember the measurements on the compass, when to open it, when to maintain the same opening that you used from the beginning. And generally in construction, try to be as accurate as possible. You're not to use the protractor to construct your angles. After you finish the construction, then you're allowed to use the protractor to verify that the angles that you have constructed is indeed at the most accurate degree that you have to get when you finish the construction.